What did you think of today's performance?
I thought it was shocking. Obviously, we've come in today. We've come down early, like 10 o'clock. It's buzzing, new manager, new era, kind of in a way. But it was the same old, really. I honestly have a massive problem. I know people all like sigh, but with our recruitment this summer, we've added quantity over quality. I think the only quality addition has been Torreira. Obviously, I don't want to comment on Lino because I haven't seen him yet. Obviously,
Were you expecting? Were you expecting Czech to start today?
I was expecting Czech to start, just from what I've seen on Twitter. Like, apparently he's going to be a captain and all that. I knew kind of it's quite typical Arsenal to sign one of the best keepers in Germany and then go and start Petr Cech, who's like as debatable as anything last season. But that was that.
And today it was debatable because it looks like Emery. He's trying to maybe pass that from the back at least, other than the rest of the philosophy. But his kicking is down there with the worst in the league.
Why is it that we're trying to play out from the back? If you look last season, Petr Cech's distribution is one of the worst in the Premier League. He's good at shot stopping, and then Mustafi can't play out from the back. Mustafi can't play out the back, and we know that Socrates. I haven't seen Socrates with this.
I guess every manager comes with a philosophy, and if you let's take Pep Guardiola for example. He came into Man City with a philosophy. He bought in.
You don't try and implement your philosophy in the first.
But Pep did. Remember, and in the end, he had to get rid of Claudio Bravo. Never played Joe. Had to get rid of Claudio Bravo because he didn't fit into philosophy. So I think a lot of managers these days, they come in with philosophy and try and get the players to play, as opposed to play in a way to get the best out of the players.
We're just not expecting managers to come in with a philosophy. Like we were just expecting the same Arsene Wenger tactics, where we.
At the end of the day. Yeah, that's what we got. But my biggest point to pick is Socrates. I just think he's trash. And honestly, I think he's absolute trash. He looks like he's a dad's mate. Honestly, he does not look like he fits in this football club whatsoever. I honestly, and we were saying earlier, I would have either had Yerry Mina, because you see him playing Colombia, England. He looked fierce. He might not technically be the best, but he looked fierce. Socrates did not look fierce today. He looked like he was having a nice time.
It's funny because I got a lot of banter from Arsenal fans because I think some rumours came out that he rejected Man United at some point to come to Arsenal, and I was like, all right, well, I didn't.
Players reject you. You had Godin, you had Boateng, Mina.
Literally every centre back you could think of. Apparently, was supposed to come to Man United or something.
Mourinho didn't do himself any favours this transfer window, did he? So with that quote about not even wanting to pay to go and see his own football club. Imagine.
To be honest, I watched the match and I thought the same thing. But I guess you don't expect your manager to come out and say that.
Well, like, if you look at the quotes from Jurgen Klopp, you look at the quotes from Pep Guardiola, they're all praising their youth. Apart from Mourinho, who's saying, Be
careful what you read.
I don't have my first team players.
Be careful what you read because he did praise his youth. He praised Pereira, and obviously I don't know if you watched the Man United Leicester game, but he was brilliant in the number 6 role, basically like replacement for Carrick. He praised his in the last game of the pre-season. He praised it, but I think a lot of it.
Like Alex Sanchez can't do this all on his own now.
I think a lot of it. But listen, I think a lot of it was games with his board. So he's saying basically these players are crap. I need to get some players.
Exactly but he got sacked. Exactly what he did at Chelsea, got sacked. Conte did it at Chelsea, got him sacked. So like, and there's a lot of that at the moment where, like even Paul Pogba, he's playing games because he wanted that move to Barcelona, didn't he? Like,
or he wants a new contract. You never know what because obviously Sanchez is on whatever about 150,000 more than whatever Pogba's on. So there could be. I take what I read. Based on Mkhitaryan's performance today, I think you can't say that you got the better end, and we couldn't say we got the better because Mickey in the big games is poor. He was poor today. He was poor against Man City for us last season and the season before. Mickey against Everton, he turned up last year, and maybe in his debut, whatever it was. But for the games that you actually need him for, you got him and Ozil on either wing. I wouldn't be too excited. You lost as well, and you lost. So did Fellaini. So what does that mean?
Do you know what though? Back to Arsenal and today, I think we were poor. I think that it needs to improve drastically. I think we will lose to Chelsea with that performance. And I just needs to be. It needs to be sharper. Everything needs to be sharp. Every player needs to be a little bit fit. Every player needs to be a little bit sharper. It's just a passion. I think still lacks. Obviously, last season we all complained because there was no passion in the side. Today there was still no passion in the side. Also,
what about the fans? Did you think? Because obviously at the back end of the season, the atmosphere was terrible.
But it's got nothing to do with the atmosphere last season. The atmosphere's been shit for 10 years. Like, you know what I mean? Like, since we moved here, before the game, there was like a little mosh pit. Like, I felt like I was at like wireless festival. Like we were just jumping up and down, charting. But genuinely, like, and then as soon as that goal goes in, like we're just so. I know that we don't really. I'm past caring, and I think that that's a mentality.
And how do you say you're only 18 and you're already past caring? That's
As long as I've been alive, I've never seen Arsenal win anything apart from the FA Cup. As long as I've been alive and watching football, so I was never pushed into football. I kind of went and found it myself at 5 years old, and I've still never seen Arsenal win in the league. So I mean, this is the visual representation of how long Arsenal have been pretty average for. Like I have a full-time job. I pay taxes. I mean, it's been a long time. And word to Guendouzi as well. He needs to be dropped as well. He was not good enough today.
But I get. What at this? But he wasn't the worst player on the pitch. He was better than Xhaka.
Let Aguero in for that one-on-one.
A lot of people let Aguero in, and a lot of people will let Aguero in across the season. But were you surprised Torreira didn't start?
I was surprised. Yeah, I thought Torreira, if anything, was our best signing this summer. I watched him at the for Uruguay in the World Cup, and I got quite excited. But I just think he should have started today. I don't think Guendouzi is ready for this level.
But there's obviously something's happened. Like it's something you don't know about. Yeah. I genuinely think that maybe Lucas Torreira matched that match fitness, and I don't know. He might be saving him for Chelsea, or he might just not.
Yeah.
And he probably can't speak English as well.